Hey, ooh, look at that. Fancy video stuff. That is, in fact, how we roll around here. I hope you all are having a great day, great night, great something anyway. I'm your host, Laz Barber. We're going to get a little music going. I was advised in a comment from the last week's stream that the music I'd been jamming was a little too loud and was pretty annoying. Now, they probably mean the track from my own band, but hey, I do read the comments. I may not always respond to them, but I do read them. And we are going to just put up, you know what? Let's do the Endless Legend soundtrack. Why not? Great game, I think. I've watched a little bit of it on YouTube. It looks like a cool game. And the music is by Amplitude Studios, who said, you can play their music as long as you credit them. So let me go ahead and get this up on screen. We got to share. We got to share screen here. Share system audio. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. I have looked back and listened to the audio on some of this stuff, and I have not been impressed. But hey, it's what we got to work with here, right? It's what we got to work with. So, Ninja Weasel, glad to see you here, brother. And all you other people out there lurking, coming into the chat. We're going to get started here in just a minute. I got to straighten a few things up. I just got to my desk. It's been a little bit on the busy side. Now, today, there were 4 books that I bought. Plus, you got to include the 3 free books from the 75-cent bin. And we will take a look at all that stuff. For now, I'm going to flip over like that, and you can just listen to some audio. So, enjoy some music for a minute. Smiley face. There we go. Hopefully that sends the chat. Hey, look at that. Boom. I'm going to mute my mic, and then we will pick up in just like 1 minute, okay? Please tell me I did remember to share the audio. If you're out there, like Ninja Weasel is, and you hear the music, let me know before I, mute myself. Okay, he says, yeah, man, do what you got to do. So the music must be playing. All right. Whew. I'm just going to work on the theory that it is, regardless of whether it's true or not. Oh, music is good. Okay. Okay, actually, I guess that's probably all we needed. And in consideration of what last week said, we'll turn the music down just a further notch. I don't think this should be too loud. This is kind of the level of audio or music that I usually have when I'm streaming on Twitch. So I think it's probably okay. But hey, brought it down just a little bit so you can hear the dulcet tones of my voice. I hope you all are having a beautiful, wonderful Wednesday. I have had a busy Wednesday, at least at work. Then I got home, and what was on? Nothing. I don't know. I didn't look to see what was on TV. Instead, I watched Strange Brew. It's available for free on YouTube. Really funny comedy, 1983. Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas. It's hilarious. Very Canadian. It almost makes you want to believe that Canada, a clearly fictional country, is real. Here, before we get started with the comic books, let's investigate this, right? They want us, to believe that somehow there's this country up here somewhere, right? That's north of all this stuff, right? They claim there's a place called Canada up here. And frankly, how could you believe it? Canada is actually a lie. See, when you go to Canada and you're in this half of the country, you're actually just going here to Vancouver in Washington State. When you go to Canada in this half of the country, if you're in this area, you're just going to the Upper Peninsula. You know, this little bit, I'm sorry, that's like New York. You go to the Upper Peninsula, this little bit of Michigan that's right up there. And if you're further east, you're just going up here to like Bangor, Maine. Like, that's Canada. It's these three locations, and the government spends billions of dollars every year to tell you that it's a real place because they want to pretend that there's a country up there that we're friendly with, and it's frankly not true. All right, as we're out there busy as a one-armed wallpaper hanger. Woo, that's pretty dang busy. Let's get the text off the screen. So anyway, now that we got Canada out of the way, after I watched Strange Brew, then on TV, as soon as I turned the movie off, Blues Brothers. So I had to stick around and watch Blues Brothers because that's a really good movie. Those are both absolutely great comedies. They are A+, number ones, top flight, awesomely ranked. You should just go watch them. Now, when you go to a Graham Cracker Comics, you get not one, not two, but 3 books for free out of the 75-cent bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin. And I was told, yeah, hold on. We're going to come back to that thought. See, the man knows. The man knows. Now, my question is, you know, where's XLG81? He's going to message me in like an hour. Did I miss your stream? He does this every week. I don't understand. I don't comprehend it, but it's just how it works. I guess on that note, can I like share the stream? Like, there's got to be a link here, right? I should probably tweet this out so people know. Like, I mean, I totally tweeted out that the stream was going to happen, but we should tweet out that it is happening. That's the pro way to do it. He's trying to cross the non-existent border for his fictional country. See, this man knows. This man knows. And if you are here right now and you want to hang out, man, you don't want to miss anything, go ahead and hit that like button. It's probably like right under this dude's leg. You know, like right here, except a little bit further down the screen. Like, just click that button. Totally sweet of you. I appreciate it. Much love. All right, hold on. Here we go. I am now live. Boom. And I should tweet too. That way all of Twitter knows what's up. Yo, I am live on my NCBD stream. Come hang out for like a half hour, bro. All right, there we go. Tweets made. We can get back to the 75-cent bin. So, Graham Crackers, like I said, you get 3 books. Boom! 3 fingers for 3 books. That's professionalism. Out of the 75-cent bin. But I was told today that inflation has claimed yet another casualty. It is no longer going to be the 75-cent bin soon. It's going to be, brace yourselves for this, I frankly was not ready for it. It's such a big, scary thing that I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper and then display it to you before I say anything. Like, you're not going to believe just how bad inflation has got. Boom! Yeah, that's right. The 75-cent bin is soon going to become the dollar bin. Inflation has claimed another casualty, much like eggs, steaks, butter, rent, clothing, televisions. Even the price of junk comic books that nobody actually wants to read is going up. More like NCBD's nuts. Oh man, Ninja Weasel cracking the jokes over there, holding us to task. He's like the taskmaster. Yeah, a whole buckaroo. It's a whole buckaroo, dude. It is true. It's a true fact. I don't think you can Wikipedia it yet, but soon you'll be able to. You'll be able to look up Graham Cracker Comics on Wikipedia, and it'll be like the dollar bin is now the new price of what used to be the 50-cent bin. See? And if you took the comic book in, like if you took this in, you wouldn't even get half an egg for it. They just kick you out and be like, we don't carry eggs here. We're a comic book store. So what kind of economy is this? It's ludicrous. It's crazy. This is mad talk. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Gosh. It feels good to just kind of, like, chill out, man, because been kind of busy. Kind of busy. Hold on, Ninja Weasel sent me something on Discord. I'm responding to it. Okay. All right, we should actually look at the dang book, right? Like, we're here. This is New Comic Book Day. At some point, I should actually talk about comic books, right? Instead of like the meta topic of talking about topics about comic books. So, we got this book, The Authority, Kev. Number 1, Wildstorm. Funny thing was, my shop man was like, well, at least one of those is good. And I don't know which book he means. I thought I was getting 3 terrible books out of the bin. But it turns out that apparently one of these 3 books isn't bad. So let's take a look. Well, this was definitely written by Garth Ennis. We have a man sitting on his toilet and other people come to shoot him in the head. Yep. This is... Yeah, I'm not going to show any of this, but this is definitely something written by Garth Ennis. Yep, that's, what am I even looking at? Okay. That's actually kind of cool. Dude, the dude that did this art, Glenn Fabry, did he do that, was it another Garth Ennis book? It was like about the Antichrist or something? Nice 2-page spread. Anyway, this looks like hot garbage. Alright, great. That's 1 book down, so this cannot be the good book. The 1 good one out of the 3. This can't be it. Now, the next one I picked up, there was like a bunch of copies of this, and I picked it up when it was new, which frankly was just like a year ago, and I thought it didn't look good. But it was in the same 5-cent bin, which means it was free. Now, sometimes it is true. Free is a little overpriced, but it's got a cool title, Where Starships Go to Die. It's issue number 1, and the cover, I kind of like it, man. The sparkly glass, like flying away from the helmet and stuff. It's kind of neat. So let's just crack this open. And I remember when I flipped through this, that in the store, that despite being like sci-fi and stuff, it looked kind of uninspired. And I'm kind of flipping through it now, and well, I don't remember seeing any of the particular pages. It certainly does seem uninspired. Oh, we've got like space zombies or something. That kind of reminds me of what was that movie? It was a horror movie from like 10 years ago. Apollo 18. I mean, granted, that wasn't space zombies. It was actually evil space rocks. Yeah, I just said evil space rocks. But that was kind of the premise. They go to the moon, and like the Russians had been there, and then everything just goes absolutely, completely sideways, and people die. People die by the drove. Kind of sad. Kind of lame. Kind of lame. I'm going to admire this cover for a second, though. You know, this is in 5-cent bin, so I don't really care that this corner's like crinked up or whatever. Like, come on. You know, and I know, this book ain't worth anything. It's just there. Maybe it turns out to be interesting. Also interesting, This book is from Aftershock, and they just declared bankruptcy, like not that long ago. Oh, dude, I was looking on Twitch real quick while I was talking. I thought maybe Six was streaming. I was gonna like try to crash his stream or something, but bro's not even live. What? Or not even live. What's up with that? That dude, I love him, but there's like something going on there, and it's not a good thing that's going on. It is something that's bad. I don't know. He seems to be always sick. Yeah, it's a slick cover. The interior probably isn't. At least what I just saw flipping through it. But yeah. Hey, check this out. I'm not going to flip the book over just yet, but I want to show the ad. Like, comic books don't get ads like this anymore, man. Comic book ads are actually kind of lame in the year 2023. Like, is there even a single ad in this book? Let me flip through real quick. Nope. There's the only ads in here are for other books from Aftershock, so there are no ads. One of the things when you're making a periodical, which a comic book is, that you're supposed to be able to do is you use the advertisements to pay for the production cost of your book. So you get enough ad space in there. Hey, it's Brian Ball. You get enough ad space in there that your print run is essentially free. Like, that's the idea. Nobody seems to do that anymore. I bet Marvel and DC don't even do that anymore because they have so many house ads in their books. It's ridiculous. But we have Brian Ball from New Age Ninja Corps here. The fabled Fajita. Yo, look at this. Ninja Weasel beat me to it. I was going to say the fabled Fajita King, and then this guy just rolls in and drops it before I even get to say it. What kind of man are you? Okay. Hold on. Let's be specific. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great one. You're just relaxing? Good. I am also just relaxing right now, but I'm relaxing on stream because, hey, why relax when you can relax with a crowd? That's my theory anyway. We haven't gotten to the books I paid for yet. In fact, we haven't even... Ooh, I'm actually going to have a pretty good year. I sure hope so, man. Your last year was pretty rough. Let's just crack this open. Like, you know, actually, this is looking kind of fun. We got machine guns. We got helicopters. We got, like, ninja skulking. Like, this looks like everything you want in a freaking comic book about a ninja assassin that works for the British government. Come on, I'm just trying to flip the page over. Booyah. Oh, yeah. God, what a goofy costume. What a goofy costume, but the book actually looks cool. Yeah, Ninja Weasel. My shopman said there was one good book out of the 3 free ones I picked up, and we have just found the one good book. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Hey! Breaking news! The final Rags Issue 9 update on the Rags Patreon will be available tomorrow, maybe. You all heard it here first. Breaking news story. Cutting edge of comic book journalism right here. You think this is on CBR? No, this ain't on no CBR. Oh, man. We got anything else like really cool? Oh! Somebody took the card out of this. I found the page where the card was. The little plastic sleeve right here. The card's gone. We have a card pirate right there. Can you believe that? Card pirate. Stealing my trading card decades ago so I wouldn't get it. You believe this? Trade in all 14 Valiant Era bonus cards and receive the Valiant Era bonus Chromium card set. Oh, man. You think this deal is still good? Like, you think if I cut this coupon out and I send it into the modern day Valiant that they'll send me the Chromium cards? Oh. 6 new Chromium cards depicting covers for Bloodshot #1, Turok #1, Dude, I got like a chromium cover for Ninja K #1. I got a Turok #1. It's got like a hollow foil thing glued to the front of it. I got a Bloodshot #1 somewhere. I don't have the number zeros though, and I don't know if I have an XO Man of War #0. I probably don't. Good stuff, man. Comic books used to have like crazy stuff. There used to be all kinds of crazy promotions in them. The books didn't call you an idiot or tell you that you're a wrong bad person. Instead, they were full of like crazy ninja battles. I'm gonna look at the cover of this thing. Dude, like, is in this dynamic pose. He's like leapt, sword first. He's getting ready to battle what looks like a dragon in the background that's coiling around him and the woman he's rescuing. Isn't that a way better cover than like this Authority cover over here, which is just kind of like, what am I even looking at? Like, who cares? Yeah. Comic books have come a long way since 1993. And not necessarily for the better. Alright, well that was the free stuff. Let's look at the stuff I actually paid for. We're going to save the two things I'm most excited about for last. I got like 2 books here that I'm less excited about, and 2 books that I'm really excited about, including one I am extra excited about. So let's start with the least exciting book. Oh look, it's House of Slaughter. And isn't this guy like the gay dude from the first story arc? But not the dead one, the other one, the one who didn't get killed by the other guy that was sent to kill him. I don't even know if I want to flip through this. Yeah, I think it's that guy. I don't know. I might be wrong. I totally skipped right past all the comic material, which is probably what will happen when I read this thing. The previous story arc was actually pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is like where the dude who was sent to kill him left him. Like out in the woods near an encampment that this guy was hanging out at. So I think that's who this is. I don't even remember his name or anything about his story arc. The Butchers. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is about the House of the Butchers getting together. Oh no, that dude was from the House of Butchers. That's right. Dude, I don't even really remember that first story arc. It was lame. 4 out of 5 issues had no reason to exist. Then we got that second story arc about that dude with like the perfect memory and stuff, and that just like spiraled into awesome despair, and it was great. I liked it. We'll see which path this book takes. However, I suspect it's not going to spiral into awesome despair, because that would be cool. And James Tynion IV doesn't seem to want to give me the cool on a consistent basis. You know? This is The House of No Patience. The Butcher's Return, Part 1. The next book I got here, I am pretty hype about, because the previous series, actually there's been several previous books in this that have been pretty dope. So Dune, House Harkonnen. The House Atreides book was an awesome comic. And then that book about Gurney Halleck getting revenge, The Waters of Canley, that was a good little spin-off book. The other stuff, like one-shots and stuff, have been kind of crappy. You can go check out my reviews of that material. Not too impressed by it. But the art looks nice enough. I like the colors, like the little green light being cast over here from that screen. Looks cool. That fits with the Dune technology aesthetic, because Dune is not a high-tech world in the kind of sense that we would think of it. It's high-tech in another way. And I do hope you're enjoying the hands. Oh, hold on. We'll stop here for a second. Man, Ninja Weasel says, I can never remember. Speaking of Dune, did you watch the new movie? Yeah, it was okay. It was truer to the half of the book that it adapted than David Lynch's movie, but I'm not sure that it really added a whole lot. Like the sequence of Duncan, Idaho wrecking all those Sardaukar at the weather station. Like, yeah, that was kind of cool and all. But I don't know that it actually added a whole lot to the movie. Because Dune isn't really an action story. Dune is a story of like political intrigue and personal backstabbing and plans within plans, like that kind of stuff. So grafting action sequences onto it feels kind of weird in the movie. I did like a lot of the cinematography. Some of those shots in that film were just absolutely beautifully constructed. And while I really prefer the cast of the David Lynch movie, because when I read the books or I think of the characters, uh, those are what they look like in my mind. Like Baron Harkonnen looks like he did in the David Lynch movie in my mind. Whereas Alexander Skarsgård, he's very imposing as the Baron Harkonnen. He's kind of monstrous in a very different way. Really effective use of stuff in that movie. And I think the way stuff looked, yeah, I was very happy with them making the aesthetic of everything. The movie itself you thought was pretty good, but man, the look of things was great. It was a beautifully shot film. David Villa, or whatever his name is, he constructed a lot of great shots. I'm gonna say something, and I don't want you to take it to like the logical limit, but the way shots were framed in the new Dune movie was the right way to put it. It was kind of like Stanley Kubrick. There was a lot of really beautiful shots. You were in effect looking in not every scene, but many of the bigger like landscape shots and stuff. You were looking at like paintings. They were just paintings rendered on film. Film? Why did I say it like that? Film. There we go. Paintings rendered on film, which is a lot like what Stanley Kubrick did. Go watch 2001. The movie is a painting that you just happen to be sitting in front of as it changes in front of your eyes. The entire movie in that case. Dune, I don't think you can stretch to that limit. There were definitely some shots in there that were very much in that vein, and I ate them up with a spoon. However, a lot of the characters I didn't like the casting of. The dude that played Leto, Lady Jessica, Paul, Chani, pretty much everybody but Alexander Skarsgård I didn't really enjoy in their roles. I didn't think they acted seriously enough. God, I'm trying to remember I'm even trying to remember what Gurney Halleck looked like in the new movie, and I just can't. It's erased from my memory. He's gone. He's not present at all. I can see Paul. He looks like a nerd. I can vaguely see Lady Jessica. I can't see Gaius Helena Mariam. There's a lot of the cast who, they were such non-entities, it totally has blanked out of my mind. Whereas the original Dune movie, the David Lynch one, like, even minor characters stand out in my eyes. Like, in my mind's eye, I can picture Shadout Mapes. Like, she's in the movie for what? 30 seconds? And I got her face burned in my brain, because when she comes on the screen, the way she says, like, I am the Shadout Mapes, the housekeeper, it's just like, whoa. And in the new movie, she's in the movie for like 5 minutes or something. And I can't even remember who she was, what she looked like. Except that she had a knife, which I think that was right out of the book. Also kind of unnecessary. I don't know. I liked it, but I think it could have been a lot better. I think the casting was probably the weakest spot. And David Villanueva, whatever his name is, that is who directed it, right? David Villanueva or whatever. I don't know. A lot of his direction, I think, was kind of like there's one scene when they're getting attacked, right? And Duncan Idaho steals the plane and like blows up a spaceship or something, and then dodges like a bunch of orbital fire. Like, Why was that even there? Villanueva? Okay. There we go. Like, I don't understand why some of that stuff was actually in the movie, because it didn't add to the movie. It actually detracted it by fluffing it up and wasting a bunch of budget. I guess people these days need big kabooms, right? But whatever happened to just having, you know, Captain Picard standing there holding a pug in one arm, yelling something like "Long live the fighters" as there's explosions in the background and people run around in uniforms. Then again, 1984 was a long time ago. But the first time I ever saw the original Dune movie was the second part. It was on TBS or TNT as a like afternoon matinee after school or something. And I tuned in, and it was just like right at the end with the sandworms attacking and stuff. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And nothing in the new movie gave me that sense of awe. Granted, I've seen a lot of other films over the years, and I'm not like 8 years old or whatever anymore. But come on. You get my point. You know what I mean. In other news, the House Harkonnen book looks cool. And I'm looking forward to it. I have committed no crimes. Cannily, I have diplomatic immunity. The Cannily feud, I fear. This will have great and unpleasant repercussions. My dear, I need you to depart soon. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is Count Finrig or something, right? I think that's who that is. He showed up in the Waters of Cannily book, looking pretty Count Finrig-y. Sorry for the sniffle, but only slightly sorry. Alright, we need to move on. Ninja Weasel got me on like a 10-minute rant about Dune right there. Yeah, next book. Barbaric number 1. Well, Barbaric Hell to Pay number 1, because this should be like Barbaric number 7. I don't know why everybody out there who makes comic books is like, I have to make a little mini-series. I have to make a little mini-series. Please don't. XLG is being weird in my chat. We'll put this up on screen. I don't remember seeing it like that, but, you know, hey, everybody, you know, interpret it yourself. Mr. Zilg81. Yeah, everybody that writes comic books is like, I gotta make a mini-series of 3 issues. Instead of just making a series and showing people how cool it is. Hey, it's, the Dreaming God from Conan the Destroyer. He's looking pretty healthy, you know, given that Conan ripped his horn out and killed him. Dude, that's actually a really fun, unexpected treat to open this book up to and see, like, right off the bat. I forget how the last miniseries ended, actually. But I take it everybody died, because I think they're dead. The big orc boss, like, had all kinds of crazy magic or something. Yeah. He's a vampire, and she's the, like, sorceress or witch or whatever. Let's see. Oh, hey, it's, what's her name from that one shot they had? Harvest Blades. Wow, they're actually tying that into this story? That's kind of cool. Oh, yeah, there's the orc dude's, like, fairy witch nymph thing, who kind of caused, you know, the orc dude to get all of his powers. Oh, hold on. His horn. See, I wasn't the only one. Let's flip back to that. Let's regard him well. Yeah, it totally is. The vertical mouth, the, like, soulless looking eyes, the horn, the big, like, weirdly aquatic but not really body. Oh, hey, hold on. What if I hit this star right here? What does that do to the chat? Did that, like, just pin your message or something? Like, I don't know. I hit a star. in my chat here on StreamYard. Yeah, whatever. To be fair, most creators can't get past issue 3. Ouch. Sure, but these dudes have made multiple comic books together. Like, this would be like the equivalent of you and Luigi going, hey, we're going to do Rags, we're going to do Rags, a zombie shopping spree. And it's going to be like the prologue and the first 2 issues. And then you're going to do like, hey, great, it's time for Rags. These people ain't your friends, yo. And then that's like issues 3 through 7. And then actually probably just like issues 3 through 5. And then like issues 6 through 7 would be like, Rags, get shot in the face, bro. And then you would of course start the new miniseries here with issue 8. And it would be Rags, bun shot, number 1 and number 2 instead of Rags 8 and 9. Like, it's a little ridiculous. These people are comic book professionals. They've made money. They should know that they don't need to do this, except the way comic book sales work is, of course, if you make a number 1, guess what happens? You sell more books than number 2 does. Don't forget Rags, the quest for more money. Hey, that was the invisible cocaine variant, man, right? Take the money and run. You really ought to title like one of the collected editions down the road, Rags, take the money and run, regardless of what the contents of the book are. Just because it would be funny. Anyway, I am super duper ultra omega looking forward to reading Barbaric because I've enjoyed pretty much everything in this book. Do got to be kind of careful. I should have been more careful flipping through this. Because in this series, there's always the chance that there's just going to be like, Ghibli bits flopping around. But fortunately, we didn't land on any. You're planning on that? Yes! I got the brain things. The brain things. They're like in the skull head thing. All right. It's time for the book I am most looking forward to. Sadly, this is an Aftershock book, and they are in bankruptcy. So who knows if Chicken Devils number 2 is going to be the end of the series. And really, this all would have been better. The giant Dr. Brain strikes again, yeah. And, as I was just complaining, this would have been better if this had just been Chicken Devil number 5. But, hey, we got to split into its own second miniseries and see what happens. Now, let's see if we can find like something outrageous here for the first thing I open up and show on camera. This looks like it's mostly build up. Come on. I want to see a guy in a chicken costume. Yes! Here we go. Now, I have alluded to the original series, Chicken Devil, being like Hotline Miami, the comic, multiple times. And this is effectively Hotline Miami, the comic. You got guys in animal head costumes, and they're out there like blowing people up, murdering Russian mobsters. It is basically Hotline Miami. That makes 3 separate Hotline Miami comic books that exist in the world. There's this one, there's Can't Kill Cade, which I don't know what the status of that thing is, and then there's the actual official Hotline Miami comic put out by Behemoth like 2 years ago. That was Hotline Miami Wildlife, and that's a really, really tight series with a couple meandering like diversions. Like, the main story is like really tight, but there's like 2 or 3 issues out of it that just kind of step aside and introduce a new character who then shows up later in the series. Actually, that's a lot like what Hotline Miami does for its story narration. So yeah, I think in this series, the main character whose family did not actually die in a boat explosion like he thought, and then went on his revenge spree to avenge, is they're all wearing this stuff. That's why there's multiple devils now instead of just him. And he was, of course, the owner of like the hot chicken chain, which had the Chicken Devil as his mascot. Like, it all ties together really great. And there's some fun stuff in this book, even when it's not full of like crazy murder stuff. The interactions with the characters, like the cops are covering up for him because he's murdering gangsters. Like, stuff like that is golden. The dude's interactions with his family, pretty great. And the art in this book has always been pretty solid. I really like the way the light and the shadow play out as the light's coming through these trees at the park or wherever they're at, out on their clothes. That's really cool. That is super cool. Hey, I just saw the time. It's gotten a little bit late. We went about 10 minutes longer than I thought we would, which is cool. Absolutely cool. But I think I need to call it here and then go see what I got to do to get ready for tomorrow. Oh, hold on. We got an O-man coming in from Brian Ball. Brace yourselves. Everybody brace yourselves. What happened to that one chicken comment? You mean Chicken Warrior? Oh, Do you mean Red Rooster? Hold on. We can look this up. We can check out Red Rooster here. I remember that campaign. Let me see if we can figure this out. Here we go, Mr. Ball. Here it is. Got that Red Rooster. Oh, it got hyped for months. I thought you meant this book, Pink Puma and Red Rooster #1 by Dan Sane. Chicken comic that got hyped for months. Okay, we'll go on Twitter and search for Chicken Warrior. I'm not sure what I'm going to find. Hold on, we're taking a diversion. I don't know that I remember this. Chicken Warrior. People, Xena, Warrior Chicken. This is so far I'm not really turning much up. Chicken Warrior comic? This is not what we were looking for, but that's actually a pretty nice piece of art. Wait, I might have found it. Hold on. This character? Is this what you're talking about? Smack and Kraken, yeah. Yeah. My settings on Twitter are set to hide sensitive content, and he totally just had some very naughty stuff on screen. We are now in trouble with the YouTube cops. If I go to YouTube jail, it's your fault, Brian Ball. I don't know. I'm going to scroll through this guy's not safe for anybody Twitter. Yeah, there's totally just a picture of Cthulhu banging some chick right there. What the heck? Scroll. This is even worse than my Twitter. Wow, more. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, this is even worse than the stuff I retweet all the time. Because I'm just trying to get free art from people. Don't let any of those artists know I said that. I don't think I've ever seen this dude before. Or if I do, I totally don't remember him. Let's see, there he is railing against AI art. Retweeting a lot of stuff that Twitter is not showing me. He's Cthulhu. He can have whatever needs he wants. Oh my god. I am multiple days back and I haven't seen this guy talk about his book one time. Got a campaign, smackandkraken.newgrounds.com. Art only at Kraken Arts. Okay, he's got one piece of art on Newgrounds. Okay. That must be the Cthulhu banging somebody one. I found this. But I've yet to find his book. Was there an actual book here, or was this just like this dude's character was getting a lot of promo? $2019-20. Oh, good lord. As far as I can tell, this dude did not come out with a book. Yeah, I think that's exactly where he's at right now. Is there is no book. Let's see. Let me search for his name. Smacking Kraken issue 2. There's not a whole lot here. There's just when I search for it, there's like nothing. Chick. Let me try Chicken Warrior 2. That got even less stuff. Oh man. Okay, so here I am looking for some comic book, and then I get reminded that Jay Briscoe just passed away. Thanks. Thanks, Twitter. Thanks, Twitter, bro. Hold up. Hold on. This apparently was the cover for... Oh, no, makes her debut on page 2. Okay, so not in issue 2. We're still trying to get cracking on this, trying to track this down. Oh, hold on. I just got a DM on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that piece of art. There, we can show that. That's safe for YouTube. Oh, it's still his upcoming comic. And this is from 2023. So we're 4 years later, and his book is still upcoming? Well, there you go. I'm going to have to age restrict this video when we get done here. Just because of that one freaking little tiny square on my screen that went scrolling by. He's been saying that for years, yeah. So, I don't think the book exists. And I don't think it's gonna exist. I think we live in a world where this book is fictional. a whole lot of nothing, I know. However, memes still exist. It's been a year. Never let it die. Oh, poor Tifa. Poor Tifa. If you can say a fictional character, poor Tifa. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even know that book existed, dude. I don't remember it. I don't know that I ever heard about it. And I'm not surprised that it didn't come out. Send you that one? Okay. There you go, buddy. Alright, I'm getting out of here. It just hit 10 o'clock. I gotta go. Because Thursday is the day I gotta go into work early. So I gotta get ready for work and stuff. So thank you all for hanging out with me. All that good stuff. I'm gonna roll. I blame XLG for everything. It is all his fault, regardless of what he says. Yeah, it's okay. Like, anytime you're doing something live, stuff happens. So, y'all take care. I'll mark this as like top secret. Don't look too closely, and I hope nobody notices. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you haven't already. And take care. Bye bye.